Hey guys, Will and Alex here from Stay Frosty Cinema, and in this video,
we're going to be talking about the next-gen consoles. Obviously, the Xbox One has been announced, and it's had some time for the internet to kind of, dispel the rumors, find out what's confirmed and what's not confirmed.
and
So
of
now
course with
we could pretty much talk about what we want.
what the deal is, and of course with last
And
month's...
this is just the gameplay in the background is just me shitting around in Skyrim.
Yeah, if we...
Think nothing of it.
Before we get on with the main topic, let me just say we've had a lot of problems getting gameplay. We don't have proper recording software at the moment, so you have to be patient with us as we do that. So yeah, just excuse the gameplay is not the most relevant thing in the world. But anyway, so on with it. Of course, last month's PS4 reveal, was it last month?
Yeah, it was in April, or
yeah,
was it in March?
Something like that. Have we seen the console yet? No? Yes? No?
No, we haven't seen what the PS4 console looks like. And okay,
Doesn't
what
matter.
I wanted to really touch on was the Xbox One getting a lot of flack.
For what it
and
looks like.
for steering away so much from games. But if you really think about it, what games could they reveal? Like, besides Call of Duty.
Forza 5.
They kind of showed Forza.
They did, yeah. They revealed the whole
Yeah.
bunch, didn't they?
Did you even watch it?
No.
No, they discard Will. I know more than him.
I didn't watch.
So yeah, they showed off Call of Duty and Forza really, and there was a lot about TV and a bunch of shit that we really didn't want to see from the Xbox reveal. But they really, in far as exclusives go, which is what really makes a console. Otherwise, like if you're getting a console, and you're just playing only cross-platform games, and you don't have a very big friends list, you're retarded. You shouldn't have bought a console. You should be PC gaming.
Exactly.
Like me. But I have friends. Anyways,
No.
the Xbox. Yeah, I don't have any friends. add me, guys. But the Xbox One gets a shiz ton of flack for steering away from that. And
TV.
yeah. And it is kind of ridiculous. But they really couldn't show off any exclusives because they rushed out. They made Halo rush out Halo 4. So like 343 doesn't have anything to show. They're like, you made us poop out a Halo for the 360. We don't have anything to show.
Which is exactly what they went
over
with
to
Halo 2.
They went over to Epic Games. They're like, hey guys, you got a game for us? Like, you just made us release Judgment. We don't have a game to show off at your press reveal. So they really had nothing to show. So they kind of just like did what the best they could. And what I really liked about the Xbox One reveal, the one thing that we can take away that was good was the 300,000 servers behind Xbox Live. That is incredible. And if that stays at $5 a month, if you buy a full year, so $60 for a year, that is just incredible. That much server power will just make multiplayer so much better. It'll just run so much smoother, everything online. And I know people are like, oh, always online. I don't really have a problem
bring
with
back
that.
the diamond card.
So like hopefully Xbox Live price doesn't go up, and like it's gonna run games probably just as good as PS4. You're really only like, if you're buying the PS4 over the Xbox One just because you didn't like the Xbox One reveal, you're really just spending money to prove a point.
You're being an asshole.
When really you're just being a consumer. You don't have to buy. You really don't have to buy a console at all. You can just buy a PC and do that. So
although it's kind of okay, I see the logic behind it being just to stir people up, but it's pretty dumb to reveal a console but not what it looks like, which begs the question: either they did it to get a rise out of everybody and sort of keep the anticipation going, or they really had just had the parts assembled and not a clear way of putting it together.
And then, okay, let's talk about the other things. Backwards compatibility. I actually didn't do my research. I'm not sure if the PS4... I don't think the PS4 is backwards compatible.
As in playing older games?
Yeah, playing the PS3's games. And
Yeah.
the Xbox One isn't backwards compatible for 360.
Really?
So,
Yeah,
the only backwards compatible console that released was the Wii U. So they won. And then there's used games, and I've looked, and there doesn't seem to be anything confirmed about used games. A lot of people think there's going to be no used games, but I think what it's going to come down to is it's not going to be Microsoft like scamming you so that when you put a used game in, it's going to make you pay a fee to Microsoft. I think Microsoft's going to leave it up to the publisher, where if the publisher wants just this game just to be played more than to be bought, they can choose. It'll probably be in the publisher's hands to like choose if you put in a used game, whether or not it'll make you buy like a license for that game, like sort of like EA's Online Pass, which EA said they're not going to be doing. So say like you get a friend's Call of Duty, maybe it'll work, maybe it won't. I think Xbox will leave up used games to the publisher, whether or not they want to charge like a licensing fee or not.
And if I can get my 2 cents in about used games, I think the thing is that this is the next generation of gaming, coming from the first generation being like, well, not the first generation, obviously, but a lot of the stuff that we sort of grew up with, especially us, was like, the PS2 and the Xbox, and then the Xbox 360 and PS3 and the Wii and the stuff. That was really, that's, now gaming is a massive thing. It's way bigger than it was back then. This is the next step. And so the other thing is that all these games, all the games you either grew up with or have recently played, like if it's Skyrim or something that you're not done, you might want to go back to, you don't have to sell your console that you have now. Keep it and play those games.
Yeah, I know. Like, backwards compatibility shouldn't be a problem for people who already own the console.
if you feel absolutely compelled to sell your console, what you're doing is you're making how much would it be to sell a console back? Like, how much would you make? I don't know how much. Like 20. Sell it to your friend for like $50. Okay, you have 50 more bucks, but then you can't play all the games that you want. And if you're an actual gamer, you'll keep your games for the keepsake.
Well, no, you can if you want to go back, sell your old games and buy new games. But used games, not really what I want to talk about. What I really want to talk about is all these people who are being like, oh, true gamers will buy the PS4 because it's not like just like a cable box. That's just and the thing is, when you're buying a console, all you're buying is then you're really paying for just to buy, like if you're buying a console over just upgrading like a PC to being like equal with the console, you're really buying the console only for the exclusive titles, which the PC will counter with mods, and for the network, like the social system, like you and the ease of use. You buy PS4, you can go to the store, buy any game that says PS4 on it, it'll work. You have a computer, you know there's a little more inconsistencies there.
And also with a PC, not everybody has like their own personal PC setup. Sometimes, a lot of times, it's a family PC. Like your brother and your parents use it for email, and you can't always be on there. And so sometimes it's much more convenient, for you as a gamer or as just a casual gamer to have your own little system set up.
Mm-hmm. And it just seems like the Xbox is kind of steer away from being like just a watered down gaming computer that isn't a computer, which is sort of like what the PS4 is to me. And like, yeah, I do think the PS4 reveal was better, but just the server power behind Xbox Live, and if they can keep that at the price, then I think Xbox One really won, in my opinion, because like they're gonna come out, their exclusive titles are gonna come later. It's gonna, and if you're saying, oh, the PS4 is a bit more more superior hardware, the PS3 had superior hardware to the 360 and came out a year later. There was never a cross-platform game that was ever like significantly better on the PS3 than on the 360. Like, think about Battlefield. It was superior on the PC and then equal on PS3 and Xbox, and whereas the PS3 is
some were like minorly different in certain terms. Like I know Crysis, they could do a bit more on the PS3, or like balance it out a bit differently because the PS3 had a bit more power, but it was nothing that the casual gamer would notice.
The slight, not just the casual gamer, any gamer, like the slight hardware differences, like, oh, they both have 8 gigabytes of RAM, but the PS4 is DDR5.
The fuck's DDR5?
That will barely make a difference. Like, when it comes to cross-platform titles, it'll barely make a difference. It'll be like, oh, okay, you have a little bit faster RAM. I've got 300,000 servers on Xbox Live and I get like no lag. It'll balance out, and it'll barely make a difference. So honestly, the best console to buy is the one that most of your friends are gonna buy.
Exactly.
Like, because you're not gonna, if all your friends are buying the Xbox One, you'd be like, no, Xbox One reveal was stupid. I'm buying the PS4. And then you load up your PS4.
Have fun on Instagram.
You put in Call of Duty. I mean, you're playing alone. You get a good game. Hit the share button. Good for you.
And we're not saying Xbox is the social light out of the two, but I know so many more people with an Xbox than a PS3. That seems to be across the board.
It literally just, that's what comes down to friends, your social circles, what you know locally. That should be your deciding factor. And then second to that should be exclusives. Like if you're a diehard fan for the PlayStation exclusives like Uncharted, Killzone, You know what? Keep going on the PS4. I respect that. But if you're a diehard for like Halo,
if I may,
or Gears,
did
Xbox.
is the Xbox One shipping with any sort of HD DVD software? And is the PS4 shipping?
They're both
Blu-ray?
gonna have Blu-ray. I know that.
Okay, because I know actually more than just a few people who have PS3s as opposed to like averagely, like most of my friends have Xboxes. I know the few people who have PS3s, it was their parents' decision based on the Blu-ray player.
Yeah, no.
And that's the other thing about this reveal is Xbox is trying to show off that they can do more. It can do more than game.
Yeah.
And that seemed to be a big point for the PS3. Oh, it's got Blu-ray, man. That's why I have a PS3.
Yeah, I think like the Xbox. I hate how it's shipping with Kinect. I mean, I'm not gonna lie there. Kinect
sold 10 million plus units.
Kinect like it's improved. Hopefully, it can work. I mean, it's fun to play Fruit Ninja on Kinect. That's like the most fun I've had on Kinect.
Kinect is like one of those. Kinect is like one of those stupid, annoying things that constantly bugs for your attention. I don't even know what to compare it to. What the fuck? MSN or something.
But people exaggerating, be like, "Oh, Kinect's spying on you."
Kinect's not spying.
What?
What Kinect is it's like you bring your friends over and you're like, "Hey guys, I have Kinect." You fuck around on Kinect tennis for 10 minutes.
It's for shits and Kinect's for shits and gigs.
Kinect's for shits and gigs. Kinect has a time and place. And I think if there's people who actually legitimately use gaming as a source of fitness, Kinect's the way to go, as opposed to like anything else. But also, Kinect is fun with groups of friends, as opposed to PlayStation Move. You're swinging like light up dildos around.
It's
bullshit.
This video wasn't really meant to be Xbox fanboy. It's just sort of supposed to show some redeeming points to the Xbox One. And they really couldn't bring much to show because they didn't have their exclusives ready to show off.
Well,
a lot will be E3. I'm just saying you shouldn't make your decision now unless all your friends have made your decision. You should probably, when it comes to buying a console, jump on the bandwagon. If all your friends are PC gamers, keep on it.
Okay, well, I know. Okay,
but yeah, just wait till E3 to make. If you like, don't go raging in the comments. Oh, PS4 is actually gonna be like. They're going to use your TV, but for gaming, Xbox One wants you to watch TV. Just wait till E3 if you're going to, like, before you make your, like, hardcore decision. Like, yep, I'm definitely going to get this console.
E3 is going to be massive. And
yeah, we're going to find out so much more. And we don't even know the prices yet.
No, we don't.
And the price, if Xbox Live price goes up...
My friend was talking,
that could steer me away.
Like, oh yeah, the Xbox One's going to be $700, man. I'm like, where the fuck did you hear that? He's like, oh, on the internet. I'm
yeah,
like,
no.
Well, solid fact.
I would say just wait for the prices. That's what it's really going to come down to. And yes, you're going to end up paying for Xbox Live, but it's probably going to be so worth it. Because, like, that's a lot of server power. And Xbox Live is already good as it is. And
it's probably how they got the money for the servers. Because you pay for Xbox Live.
Yeah.
As opposed to PS3.
And if it does stay cheap, they're going to have to offset it with ads. But anyways, so just saying, wait till E3 before you start going raging on the comment sections and everything. So, anyways, this video's almost over. Do you want to do the outro, Will?
In a summary, don't be a dick. Wait. The reveals were sort of, half measures. E3 is where we're going to see it all. So wait for those. Don't be a hipster and make a decision right now. So we'll wait and see. Thanks for watching. Stay frosty.